All right, 10 years ago, the legend Alex Ferguson leaves. He actually says this guy's going to take over David Moyes. David Moyes kicked out in the next 8 months. We're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Louis Van Gaal comes in. Louis Van Gaal, this legendary Dutch, the guy who does everything. The only time we remember him with that, when he just falls to the ground, right? That's the only thing we remember. Then he leaves. Oh, very unceremoniously. Since then, he's been hating on United forever. I think he's the guy who is sitting with the voodoo doll. I'm pretty sure he's the one who's sitting with the voodoo doll. Then comes in the great chosen one, Mourinho, and he has this massive feud with Pogba. He ends up leaving. Pogba anyway shits the pot anyway. I mean, doesn't flush. Now we know what is happening with Pogba. He's going to be out for 4 years. He's done. He's done, right? But anyway, that's a side story. That's a side story. Then guess what? We get Solskjaer. Solskjaer stays for. He was supposed to come for like few months. Stays for 3 years. Finally gets pushed out. Thanks after Ronaldo comes and gets pushed out. Then we're like now something's gonna change. We get Ralph Raniak. At least I can pronounce his name because he couldn't pronounce bloody anything. And he gets rid of it. Then we get Eric Ten Hag. And by the way, I've spoken with you. You have always been, since us coming for the last 1 year, we finished third. We won, what did we win? FA Cup, right? I mixed up with
No,
these cups.
the other cup,
The Carling Cup. What the fuck we call it?
yeah, we don't even know. We don't even know the
We don't even
name.
know. It's
So
called
that's how
some fucking
important.
shit, right? We won the cup. One of the other cup. One of the other. EFL, whatever the fuck it's called, right? So we won that cup. We beat Newcastle. I remember that. And it was a very drag of a game. But since then, the tune you've been singing has changed. Is it just the four games? But I thought our start was far worse last year. I, but something looks rotten.
I
Why are you hating on Eric Ten Hag? Why do you think he's not the chosen one anymore?
I don't know if you notice, like I've been kind of consistent. In fact, I got swayed by like, oh, like he pushed out Ronaldo. He was strong. He won this that. My worry was like last season's first four games, right? It's this weird shit where, okay, if a team somehow ground out a result and won, like in the shittiest possible manner, he'll start with the same 11 next game. Like, that's my pet peeve. Like, like, what are you? Why can't you, like, play tactically each team against each lineup, each whatever tactics for like different teams and oppositions? He just sticks with the same fucking personnel like for some fucking reason, unless like you get mauled and lose and then he makes changes. So that's the consistent pattern that I'm seeing. I don't know if you've noticed this season as well, we scraped a win against, I don't know, Wolves or something, and then we started the same
Yes,
11
yes.
against
And then
Arsenal.
because even that penalty was definitely a penalty, our goalkeeper, Onana. And then we were very lucky. But then we were not lucky against Arsenal, so it kind of balanced out, evens out. Even
Yeah,
Stevens well.
I mean,
Karma.
it's I mean, so while it's good that he looks like he's a good man manager and he has this strong personality, but there are chinks in his armor as well, is what I see. I don't know what the easy fix is. We've tried like Jose Mourinho and Louis Van Gaal, the big names. We've tried like the club puppies like Solskjaer. I don't know what's next, man. Like we should have read the writing on the wall when Sir Alex Ferguson like chose the wrong one, and that's it.
Hmm.
Like shit, like it's going down. And every year I feel we can't be worse than this, and we are. Every year I'm like
Yeah, we are
thinking,
still worse than David Moyes. His West Ham is
yeah,
definitely far ahead of us right now in the table.
it's yeah. I think like I just don't like.
They
I
won the
think
Europa.
Johnny Evans was still then. Like I don't know. Like
Yes,
imagine how the tables have turned. We've gone back.
yes,
We've like
yes. Johnny
we
Evans
we
was in the
wanted to
team with
wind
Sir Alex Ferguson. Yes.
yeah we
Then he
wanted to
went to
wind back the we wanted
Leicester.
to wind back the clock to like glory days, not to Johnny Evans days. Like what the fuck, man? It's just it's and
What
so
next?
so
Paul
my
Scholes will be
so
brought back.
So here's the
Ryan
thing.
Giggs
He
back from the jail.
by the way,
Another criminal.
By the way, Eric Ten Hag is impressed by Johnny Evans in training and he gives him a contract. He's unimpressed by Sancho's training and he like not even doesn't even put him on the bench. What kind of training is going on? Like I would love to be like a fly on the wall and just see like how his mind works. In the training, what does he note? Does he have like a checkbox like, okay, you get 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, you did these things right? What does he see in the training, man? Like I so anyways, like all
I
these
think we
things
have a
about Eric,
chance. We have a chance. We can impress. We can do one big good training. Like yeah, I could be like
Yeah,
we could be like on the wheel for United in the next week. Next week, playing this
yeah.
guy. Who the
We
fuck is
can
this
get a
guy? Suddenly got a
we can
contract
get
of
a
75,000 pound a week.
yeah, we can get a short term contract. We can go to preseason. Like that'll be amazing. But
Oh
so
yeah,
some of the decisions have been questionable. No doubt that he has like stood his ground and he's trying to bring back that culture of no one is bigger than the manager. All that is fine, but you have to back
yeah, but
it
you have to
up
earn
with
it, right?
yeah, you have to earn it. You can't say like, oh, Alex Ferguson would have like thrown a hairdryer or done this or done that, but he backed it up. He had like 10 trophies in the
Sir
cabinet.
Alex
You
Ferguson
know,
here.
yeah. So, anyways, like my point is, I'm not saying he should be out or whatever. I think
That'll
something
not
needs
make
to
sense either.
drastically
Yeah.
change. Something needs to drastically change. Whether he changes his whatever style or he whatever gets more out of the players by doing something different. So, I mean, how can you not learn from like we last season we started badly, again we repeated the same shit. So that like you if you keep on doing the same things, you can't expect different outcomes. And that's my big pet peeve about this guy. Like so anyways, jury is still out and that's my worry. Like I'm not like swayed away by like he's the next big thing and he's like just because he's bald he's going to be Pep Guardiola's like next thing. It's weird, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my. I don't want to sit on the fence, but I'm just gonna hold my judgment for now because I think it's too early. Let's just see what's happened. We haven't started very well, and things are not looking good. And I think this is the first time because I follow football a lot and I read a lot of comments and other things. I think the tides have like people are really hating on him, but you know how it's football fans, right? Suddenly we'll have a very
But
good win today
but by
against
the way,
Brighton. Things tides will turn.
yeah, tides will definitely turn. There is like a large following which is fickle. My point is, look at his like couple of signings like Anthony, Mason Mount, Malasia. Like these are decent players, but like, did
Well, that's just
United
fine, but then
need? But were these
Onana,
like pressing?
Hoyland.
Were these gaping holes that like these players made us better? Like I just don't know. Just because you worked with someone in the last 10 years, just because you know him, you hire him. Like that's just man. Like grow up. Like what are the scouts doing? If he uses his contacts from his past life and like getting players in the club, what is the scouting system doing at United? That's my big. What is the sporting director doing?
See, I would say just please wait on Onana because Onana is definitely for the future. I think is the right choice. I mean that you cannot you cannot sign up. You cannot just price it in because some if
It's
it
about
fucks up. I think Onana
prioritizing.
is for the future because
It's
that's
it's
his
about
thing, right? Because
it's about
yeah, but
prioritization,
Hoyland
Gav, man. Like was that like could you have used that 50 million pounds somewhere else? Is my question. I'm not
because they
debating
feel they
whether or
can't
not.
buy somebody big. Because they feel they can't buy somebody. Even Hoyland, we like had to wait to the last minute. Then this other guy who's coming, we have gotten
Okay,
him on
okay.
loan,
Here's my
right?
by the way,
Who's the other
by the
guy?
way,
Is the other big guy?
here's my question. 70 million pounds of Hoyland and 50 million of Onana, 120 million pounds for Kane, and you keep De Gea. What would you have? Like get Kane and play with De Gea?
These guys didn't even go in the auction. They felt they were
That's
not
my
at the
question.
races at all.
That's
They have the.
that's
I
my
mean, you have
thing.
money. You have Manchester United. This is Glazers that rejected £6 billion. Nobody's
But look,
ever offered even half of that money for anybody, and we feel we can't even fucking be at the races, even after all this money we have. He has taken a pay cut to go to Bayern Munich. He's taken his fucking wife who was heavily pregnant with the fucking 16th child this guy has had at age 2. And then we are
yeah.
not.
So
I telling you, Ansu Fati went to Brighton. I didn't even fucking hear about it. I mean, for what the fuck
correct.
is happening? It's Brighton for fuck's sake. Unbelievable.
Ima- yeah, imagine if Roberto De Zerbi was at one of the big four clubs, he would get so much more respect. And just because Eric Ten Hag is at United and does two good things, the hyperbole around him is next level, right? So that's what
Hmm.
I'm saying. Like again, as you said, I'll
Region. You
hold
didn't
my.
even talk about this guy. I mean, I don't know what you have to think about Region. We've got Region also. He's also injured. I don't know what the
I
fuck.
don't.
This only the. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I this transfer season, I the less I talk about, the better it is. I know, like, there is a large family audience that watches us, Gav, the BDSM show. But
BDSM,
yeah,
yeah.
if I like really like go on, like I don't have words, man. Except for expletives, I don't know what to say about all these weird signings that we've done.
Oh my God, this. But hopefully, last word I'll say, probably want to end it on a positive. Sofia and Amrabat. I don't know. Somehow we couldn't even buy this guy. We had to get it on loan. But I think
Why
apparently
are we
I've been
buying
hearing that.
injured
Oh,
players? Like we bought Amrabat and this guy,
so they
both
should
are
not.
injured.
I told you we are a charity club. We paid Phil Jones for fucking years and years. He was there for 12 fucking years. He has not played in the last year. We still were paying at least £75,000 a week. Okay. We have been paying Mason Greenwood for the last almost 2 years. He hasn't played. Another 75 to £100,000 a week. We have been playing Anthony Mas. I can go on. Okay. You know the story. You know the drill, right? How it
Yeah,
works. So yes, we just
yeah,
said, why not we just pay more people. Even by the way, we're still paying Mason Greenwood because the Getafe he's gone to. By the way, he's going to be playing his first game today or something. Probably going to score from both legs, and then we show us a big finger, and apparently going to come back and play for I don't know Chelsea or some shit like that because Chelsea doesn't give a shit. So that will happen.
yeah,
So you think Eric Ten Hag stays for now? Right now, jury's
yeah. Of
still out on
course,
him.
yeah, yeah. It's
Give him
not
some more
reached to
time.
that
Give
level.
him till
Yeah,
December.
yeah.
Give him till Christmas. Then
It's
we'll
not
find out.
reached
All
that
right.
point where we start talking about sacking him, but yeah, definitely like see till Christmas and see where we are.
All right. On that note, we'll finish our family show, which is called BDSM, and we have probably used profanity at least 68 times. But that's what the family show is right now. That's how it works, man. That's how it is. This is me, Gav. This is BK. See you next time. And one more podcast, very short one. We'll be predicting if we'll beat Brighton. If we beat Brighton, I think I'll be happy. I will just be happy. I like right now. Okay, small victories. I'll just be happy. That's all for the next podcast. Take care. Bye bye now.